Hi, welcome back. Today we're talking about tidbits to make travel easier for you because there is a lot of travel involved in being a working freelance singer and also when you're not freelance as well. So, if you are going to an audition or whatever it is you're doing, if you're only going to be in a city for one night, always get a hotel. So I know that hostels are attractive because they're cheap and Airbnb can be cheaper sometimes, or something on booking.com that's like an apartment can be cheaper. But I always have found that there is so much more administration that comes with using Airbnb or using an apartment or something. And hotels tend to be a lot easier, a lot cleaner. And that, for me, what you save on time is so much more important than what you save on money in that instance. So if you're only going to be somewhere for 1 or maybe 2 days, I would say get a hotel. You do need to then factor in food expense, as in going out to eat or, supermarket lunch, hummus and a loaf of bread, always fantastic. You do need to factor that into your budget because you won't have a kitchen. If you're going somewhere for a longer period of time, I would say absolutely, without question, you need to have a kitchen. You have to go to an Airbnb or some sort of apartment if you can find that in that area, because going out to eat is wonderful. And if it's a new country for you and you want to try new cuisine, that's absolutely fantastic. I totally get it. And I think that that's a really valid thing to want to spend your money on. But it gets very, very, very expensive very quickly. So make sure that you absolutely have somewhere that has a kitchen. If you're going to see a singing teacher for a week in, somewhere in remote Italy, for example, you want to have a kitchen. Yes, you want to go out and eat your pasta and everything. I really do get it, but you do want to have a kitchen, especially for breakfast. My general rule is, depending on my budget, but my rule of thumb is I can go out for one meal per day. If depending on the budget. Mostly at the moment I'm cooking everything at home, to be honest, but yeah, that is also a rule of thumb when I'm traveling. So yes, but like I said, definitely don't pass on the opportunity to sample local cuisine and stuff, because that is also part of enjoying a new country and meeting locals and practicing your languages as well. That's really important. So make sure you learn hello, goodbye, please, and thank you in the local language if you're going to be there for a while. So if you're going to a summer school that's in Austria or Germany or Italy or France or something, make sure you can say hello, goodbye, please, and thank you in the local language. I'm not saying that you have to be able to converse with people at an A2 level even in a language, but it makes a huge difference if you can go in and say hello and then say, sorry, do you speak English? I'm looking for this, blah, blah, blah. But if you take the time and make the effort to say hello, goodbye, please, and thank you, huge difference. Locals are going to be a lot nicer to you. So it's great that for English speakers like myself, it's great that English is now the lingua franca of the world. That's really, really useful. But, you're in someone else's country and you need to be respectful of their culture and also their language. So make sure that you learn just those 4 little phrases. You can do it. Okay. And my last little tip is that there is always a cheaper option than what's coming up on Google Maps or whatever your search engine is. So companies like, for example, let's use Germany, Deutsche Bahn, for example, they pay a lot of money to Google to be part of the first results that come up. And also it's going to be the fastest way to get you to where you need to go as well. If you're taking a fast train from, say, Frankfurt to Berlin, that's nominally. I may have said this already in another video, but Deutsche Bahn is never on time and you won't actually get there quickly with them. But there's also Flixtrain, which is Flixbus, has developed into Flixtrain as well, which is a lot cheaper, and they've got a really fast train from Frankfurt to Berlin at the time I'm recording this anyway, and I think they're making strides to make their business even bigger. And basically my point is there is always a slightly cheaper option. In Austria, if you were going, say, from Vienna to Salzburg, then you could get the ÖBB train, that would be fine, but there's also Westbahn, which goes on that exact route. The only thing is, instead of leaving from the Hauptbahnhof, from the central station, it goes from the Westbahnhof. But if you're saving 30 euros on that train, and you only have to spend €2.50 to get from the central station to the Westbahnhof on, the local train. You're saving quite a lot of money there. That's like a whole coaching extra. So yeah, there are always cheaper options. This is where the internet is super helpful. This is where Reddit is super helpful as well, for example. So yes, enjoy and happy planning your travels, and see you in the next one.